In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do a standing cable reverse fly. So firstly, the whole premise of this exercise is to work the muscles in between the shoulder blades and also to work the back of your shoulders, known as your rear delts. So if you've never used a cable machine before, we need to get the setup of this right before we start the exercise. Now, if I have the cables in line with my shoulders like this, I'm going to be working a little bit more rear delts. If I have the cables slightly below the position of my shoulders, I'm then going to be able to get a much better squeeze through the back of my shoulders. So what I'm going to do here is I've got to set this cable machine up to be just below my shoulders. Remember, shoulder height isn't going to give a conducive angle to be able to squeeze those shoulder blades as good as if we're slightly below. So this comes down. How I've done that is I've popped the pin out here on the side. Some of these cables are different, but I just pop the pin mechanism. I'm now going to come down, make sure that that is below the position of my shoulder, which it is. So I've got my hand below my shoulder. I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So pop the pin, come all the way up. Before you start, make sure that you've got the same number on both sides so you're not lopsided. And then of course, make sure the weights are set up completely right for you. You don't want one weight heavier than the other. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hand on this part of the cable. So you'll see I've actually got no attachment here. My hand's not going to be on the carabiner. It's going to be on this part of the cable. From here, I'll do exactly the same on the other side. My arms are crossed over each other. I stand in the middle of the cable machine. I've got my core squeezed. Arms are away from my body. I've got a slight bend in the elbow. From here, come directly back, squeezing the shoulder blades and lowering the weight back to my start position and returning it under control. So big squeeze of the shoulder blades. You should feel those rear delts, back of the shoulders fire, and really try and pinch your shoulder blades together throughout all the repetitions. Once you're done, you're going to return the weight safely. And of course, take a little note of what hand was over the top of the other hand. So let's say, for example, you've got your right hand over the left hand. For the next set, you would place your left hand over the right hand just to even things up if you want to. It's not going to make a drastic difference to the exercise. Of course, the main thing here is that we're working the back of the shoulders and the muscles in between the shoulder blades. However, that is how to do a standing reverse fly on a cable machine. Once you've repeated your desired amount of sets and repetitions, you have completed the exercise.